look at Rajnikant, how he moves around, no pretenses and all that, and he's my ideal. I love to see his simplicity. Every actor I meet, biggest of the stars who have huge fan following. In Bollywood, they can't even imagine the kind of fan following stars in Tamil Nadu or in Telangana have. But they are very simple people. Recently, I was there. Chiranjeevi came in a chappal, a simple car chappal. I like that. I don't like this arrogant behaving like they're kings of the world. I don't like that. I wrote such wonderful praise for Jai Bhim. I have no problems with any film. I also, people ask me, I say, yes, I'm very happy this film is working. When a film is successful, so many people get employment, more films are made. Imagine a dead industry, then who are we talking about?
Right.
You don't sit in a graveyard and debate. You debate when there is a crop.
There's a vibrancy there.
There is vibrancy, then you debate. Okay, that's where you survive and live. That's what I want. So I'm challenging the system every time so that there is debate, but I want films to work.
Vanakkam, welcome to Cinema Express. This is Avinash Ramachandran. Today we have National Award-winning filmmaker Vivek Agnihotri.
Vanakkam.
Vanakkam. So firstly, vaccine war talks about a very, very important part of our history. Like this is a history that probably everyone was witness to in live. Like let's say a Tashkent files or a Kashmir files happened a few years back. So probably this generation might not really know what happened.
Yeah.
But this is not that way. This is something we all, like we don't know the intricacies of it. So how important was it for you to make this film right now?
See, I made this film so that after 30 years, if there is another Vivek Agnihotri who makes a film on the vaccine, so nobody should say it was propaganda. So it was important to make it now. But on a serious note, this film is not about COVID. It's about how some scientists made this vaccine, especially women scientists.
Yes.
And this is something nobody knows. Nobody has a clue. We did a research with Indian Institute of Management. We found out people don't even know who made the vaccine.
Right.
Indian Council of Medical Research. Nobody knew before my film. Nobody knew National Institute of Virology. You must have read it to research before interviewing. That's how you know. Even I didn't know. Almost 90% of the people don't even know that the virus which was killing you and the vaccine which gave you life all come under a science called virology.
Right.
People don't even know that. Everybody knows about rocket science, but nobody knows about science which saves your life. So I thought it was very important to make it. To showcase it on global stage so that the world knows that India is not a India can't do it country anymore. Now the new India is a India can do it country. That was the intention.
How important is casting for you? Because they are the ones who are telling what you want to say, right?
See, this I have learned from Pallavi. Pallavi, when we started our production house, I Am Buddha, then our producer, Pallavi Joshi, she said, one thing we should never ever compromise on is casting. Okay, and so we don't make star-based films. We just take actors who are very good. Like for one role, I took Saptami from Karnataka. For my next film, Delhi Files, I'm taking some actors from Tamil Nadu also. We haven't decided as yet. We are searching. So it depends what is the requirement of the project.
Right.
And I like to work with actors who are experienced and who surrender to the role, who become the character.
Right.
Very often in Indian style of filmmaking is the character which becomes the star. So I don't follow that. I follow that every actor should become the character.
And then you don't really see the Bollywood, the name itself in very positive light to you.
No, Bollywood is like what Congress was in 2014, a corrupt, old, dead system. Look at everybody who associate themselves with Bollywood. They are they believe that audience is dumb. That is Bollywood. Okay, people who believe that star is everything, you don't know the name of the writer or director or anybody. Only star. It's like one fascist system where the dictator is the most important person.
Right.
So I challenge that system. That's why I always say Indian cinema. And you'll find I come to South, I've done awards also here, and I like to deal with them because it's different. They love their audience, they respect the audience, they have fan clubs. Look at Rajnikant, how he moves around, no pretenses and all that, and he's my ideal. I love to see his simplicity. Every actor I meet, biggest of the stars who have huge fan following. In Bollywood, they can't even imagine the kind of fan following stars in Tamil Nadu or in Telangana have. But they are very simple people. Recently I was there, Chiranjeevi came in a chappal. You know, a simple car, chappal. I like that. I don't like this arrogant behaving like they're kings of the world. I don't like that.
But somewhere the audience for those kind of films and for films like Kashmir Files, they meet in some place, right? So they have similar kind of audiences there. So how do you?
There's a
No,
difference.
right.
Kashmir File audience is the audience which don't come to see cinema.
Right.
So we brought in an absolutely new audience to cinema halls, which is why nobody can predict my films. Right now, recently, they are saying that my film will open up, like it won't open, it won't do business, this and that. Why? Because they don't know where my audience is.
Right. How did you get to the point where you understand that this is my audience? Like that will take some time.
My audience is Indian middle class small town people. Your mother is my audience.
Right.
If your mother gets to see Vaccine War, she will love it. You may hate my film, not you. But
Yeah, I understand.
Somebody who's anybody who's into star worship won't be my audience. Okay, but anybody who wants to see a film about them and their lives and their society will like my film.
Yeah.
That is the difference.
But do you believe the world exists in binaries? Like these people will like and these people won't like, or do you see somewhere a grey shade of where people?
Of course, there is grey shade, and there is a grey shade. That's why Kashmir Files was such a big hit. You know, there is grey shade, but that grey shade is very small. Okay, they are binaries. The fans of stars keep fighting with each other.
Right.
Recently, my film was coming. Tell me, Vaccine War, no star, small film made in 12.5 crore rupees, and another film Salar was coming, a huge 300 crore rupees.
Correct.
Their fans were abusing me and trolling me all the time. They're saying he will run away. Isko bhagao. Iska film nahi aana chahiye. Bhag koi aur gaya.
Right.
Okay, they ran away, not me.
Right.
Okay, similarly, another huge Bollywood film has come, and their star fans are abusing me every day, giving me galis, giving galis to my daughter, using her picture and abusing me. That is, they are creating binaries, not me. I am not saying don't watch this or don't watch that. Recently somebody was asking me, I wrote such wonderful praise for Jai Bhim. I have no problems with any film. People ask me, I say, yes, I am very happy this film is working. When a film is successful, so many people get employment, more films are made. Imagine a dead industry, then who are we talking about?
Right.
You don't sit in a graveyard and debate. You debate when there is a crop.
There's a vibrancy there.
There is vibrancy, then you debate. Okay, that's where you survive and live. That's what I want. So I'm challenging the system every time so that there is debate, but I want films to work. I don't understand why they don't want my film to work. Why these big stars are putting embargo on Vaccine War? Why they have instructed YouTubers and film trade analysts not to write a word about my film? You'll never read anything about Vaccine War from all these people. Now, one film released, now it's 5-6 weeks old, but they are still talking about only that as if no other film exists.
Yeah.
Right? Today, all these trade journalists, today they wrote, there's a film coming with me called Fukre. I have no competition. That's a comedy and that's a franchise film and Vaccine War. Do you think that Fukre and Vaccine War, they're two different films?
There's always space for many films.
And
to
both
release,
of them should work. It's a 5-day weekend. I say Fukre should also be a super hit and Vaccine War should be also seen by people. I'm not saying super hit. But what are they writing? That Fukre will go to 100 crore club and niche likha there and the Vaccine War will be liked by its target audience. What is my target audience? My target audience is everybody who has got a vaccine inside. If that is the target audience, there are 130 crore people in this country, which will be a bigger hit.
But do you sometimes feel, burdened by the kind of things they say about you?
They are burdened, not me. They have to say.
Right.
Why should I be burdened? I enjoy. See, I am a very spiritual person. I see this whole world as Maya. For me, a script, I am a director. I think everything is a script. The character you are seeing is dying, so people cry in the theater. But as a script writer, I know that in the end he's going to come alive, he's going to resurrect, so we are going to be happy. So I am not sad, audience is sad. Similarly, in this circus of the world, I enjoy. They are burdened. My film is coming. Who's burdened? Tell me. I am sitting, enjoying, giving you interviews. Who's burdened? They are burdened. So they have to write, some other film is going to 100 crore club, not mine. They are burdened, so they have to attack my daughter and me. They are burdened, that's why they have to troll me. They are burdened, that's why they have put a boycott and embargo on Vaccine War. But let's wait for Friday, we'll talk.
after Kashmir files, a few Muslim women reached out to you and said, "Thank you for representing what
All
we
the
did."
times. Yesterday we got down at the airport. The first 2-3 people who came and said we are great fans are Muslim people.
Yeah.
I have whole lot of Muslim fans, but their problem is that they come and tell me that we can't appreciate you in public.
But do you see that happening? Like if you keep silent about, let's say, what's happening to Muslims right now, and a few people.
What is happening to Muslims right now?
Like what happened in the Lok Sabha yesterday when
That was very sad. I just saw it too
Yeah.
before you came. I didn't know. I
Correct.
was just seeing the time something came and I saw it. Very sad. That's very. See, but then it's from every side. To point
Correct.
out only one person, what Stalin said, shouldn't we talk about that?
Yes. Yeah, what Sanatan.
Everybody is saying everything. इस हमाम में सब नंगे हैं. Everybody is naked in this spa. You know, so let's not point fingers at one person. Dalits are pointing at Brahmins. Brahmins are pointing at Dalits. Hindus are pointing at Muslims. Muslims are... Because of social media, everybody wants fame. People deliberately say things which is going to shock people so that they come in limelight. I think you stop this thing. But in day-to-day life, there is no problem. Hindus, Muslims
Correct.
work coolly. Do you have a problem with Muslims?
Absolutely not.
Do you think I have a problem with Muslims?
You've said you now don't have it at all.
Muslims also don't have problems with me. Nobody has a problem with anybody.
And I find it to be very interesting when you say that, because people actually put out, let's say, they use your film to probably say something ill about the Muslims.
They are weaponizing it.
Correct.
They are weaponizing,
But
not me.
do you feel in a way that you should take a stance and say, don't do that?
Now I don't want to say that because, see, how can you stop a dog from barking? What can you do? What can I do? I can just make film. This film I have made.
Right.
You have a mother?
I do.
Do me a favor. Seriously, try it as a test. You are a journalist,
Yes.
and journalists should do these experiments.
Yes, we
Take
should.
your mother to see my film.
Yes.
If she doesn't love this film, then you tell me.
Yeah.
Okay? You take your maid and do me a favor, buy one ticket for your maid. If she doesn't like this film, then you tell me.
Yes.
Okay? So, it is made for common people, Indian women, if they are loving the film, but some people are saying that it's propaganda and this is something else, should I care about them? Who's wrong here? Isn't it? If you make coffee for me and I love this coffee, some third person who's not even a coffee drinker is saying, why am I loving this coffee? Why this coffee is bad? Let's not do that.
Right. And I believe Vaccine War is saying something very important, because it talks about the kind of, we see such films happen in the West very often, where they showboat their scientists and what they did. Very, very rarely there's such things happen in Indian cinema. So when you're putting such a film, what kind of response are you expecting the film to have?
See, I was expecting, now I am not expecting, because we have shown this film to more than 6,000-7,000 people in 15, 16, I don't know how many cities now. 45 days I'm traveling. Every single day I'm in a new city. The kind of response I'm getting is that women are loving it, young children are loving it. Young children are loving it because for them it's a discovery they didn't know.
Right.
Women are loving it because there are certain qualities of Indian women which is not of Western women, and they don't find the dignity in this society just because they do housework, just because they look after their children, wash utensils, and at the same time send rocket on moon and also make vaccines, but they are told you are not empowered because you are looking after your children, right? Your mother also would share this thought. So I thought this Indic feminism is Nari Shakti we should celebrate. And so women are loving it, men are loving it, scientists are loving it. Whoever is seeing the film is feeling good about this country. And there's nothing wrong making a film where people feel good about something. Now there are some people who are saying, why these people are feeling good about it? They should not feel good about it. They should feel bad because people died during COVID, so everybody should keep crying. No, I am not into funeral pornography. I am making a film about the achievement of India. Let them do whatever they want. 50 years from now, this film has recorded it in history. They cannot do anything about it. They have to make a film, to show that we are a bad country. They made one on COVID. Nobody went to see it.
When you are saying that, let's say, XYZ has a kind of hold over social media and the way your film is being targeted, there are voices that say that there are other sectors that stop their films from coming. Because this is a very, as you said, social media is saleable, then it's saleable for everyone. Like the one who can
of course
make it.
Whoever has more money can buy.
So do you see that that commentary on social media or the things that happen on social media have any value?
For me, it's circus. For me, it's no. I don't take it very seriously. Okay, therefore you see the way I deal, and I have a very different kind of sense of humor. A lot of people can't figure out what I'm saying. I have a sense of humor, so I say it just for myself. I laugh at it. But what I'm saying is, yes, a lot of people have money. Okay, it's like saying that a lot of people have a knife in their house. Why don't they go on killing people? But only few people kill. So a lot of people have money, but nobody uses that money to attack any other director's daughter. My daughter is being attacked. You see it, see that, you know it. Her pictures are being put over there, and you know who's putting them. Okay, they have a name. All these people have a photo of a star and his name next to it, and they call it something Ians and some clubs. They are doing it. They are using that money. They are using it money to totally carpet bomb social media. That is their morality, not my. And the unfortunate part is they create so much of hate with money on social media, but when it comes to public speaking, then they go and say, I love people, love is everything, love is everything. Bullshit. I know what is love and what is hate. People who love don't talk about love.
Do you see a way out of all this?
There will never be. In the 5,000 years of human history, there has never been a way out of hatred. There are going to be good people, there are going to be bad people, there is going to be competition for power, everything is going to be there. So therefore, what I did, I make very small budget films so that I can recover that money. I have cut down my needs. I have very few, I have actually have zero needs, I have very few clothes. You'll find me only in these 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts, just to make a change. Sometimes I put red label, sometimes white, so it looks different on camera. So I have very few needs, and I don't change my phone every year. So that I can survive if I have nothing. And that gives me the freedom to disrupt the system.
I think on that note, thank you.
Because I have no fear of losing, and I want to tell you something. All of us are born fearless. As a child, we are born fearless. It's the society which corrupts your mind and makes you fearful.
Yeah, it does in many ways.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take a photo with him.